Okay, watch this, guys. This is what happens when you have a bad ignition. All right, Bundy's Garage, Bundy here. Hey, today we are changing out the ignition switch on the on this '99 Honda Accord V6. I got it from Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Looks like this. Looks like that. The connector looks like that. And it actually sits right here, right where my finger's at, right there. That's where it sits. You have actually three screws to hold this thing on. There's actually the cover, so I had to take this bottom cover off. There's three screws that hold that in. 3 Phillips, not hard at all. If you can't figure out this part, how to get this off, then you probably shouldn't be doing this job. We have these tiny little screws that hold in the actual switch itself, which sits here and here, and there's one kind of hidden. And I apologize, I can't really get a good view of it, but the way I'm going to get it out, I have this Lowe's right angle bit driver, 35 piece. I've had this thing, well, I don't know, 10 years probably now. I've only used it a dozen or so times. Item number is 0338358. And it comes with all these bits. And it comes with a tiny little ratchet. You can put any bit that you need in here to be able to get up into tight spots, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to use it to get up. Like I said, I can't get a good photo of it, but once I take it off, there's a screw right where my middle finger's up here, and I'm going to get the back screw off that way with this bit driver. You don't need to put this back on when you put it back together. I don't know why they put it there in the first place. And my first inclination is to break this plastic piece off, but I'm going to try to get this thing off first, so I'll bring it back in once I get this off. Alright, I know it's a little bit hard to see, but I came in here with a screwdriver, the same screwdriver I used to get out the 2 side bolts. Came in from the back side. You can see my arms right there, and I'm just coming from the back side and getting the screw that way. It was too hard with that little bit driver thing. Just couldn't get any groundwork with that, any progress, so I just came here with a screwdriver and came out this way. So just reach your hand back there. It's not hard to get to this thing. Okay, all right. So got this free and clear. The hardest part of this whole thing was getting this back screw off. Man, what a pain. When I put everything back together, I'm just gonna put these 2 front screws together. Okay, so top is the old one. Here is a new one. Just make sure that the connectors are the same. Looks good. Make sure the other end's the same. That goes in the lock key cylinder. I'm also going to check and make sure they're in the right position as well. Yep, looks the same. So like I said, I'll put a link in the description below where you guys can pick this up on Amazon. Got it for like 35 bucks. This should take care of the car dying while it's running. So the car would just sit there and run, and then all of a sudden it would just die and take a couple minutes to fire back up. Sometimes it would fire back up, sometimes it wouldn't. So this will take care of the problem. Okay, and then following the line back down and around, they are clipped together, but right up in here, I'll show you this right now. That is where it plugs into, right there, right? So it's not very long at all. You just have one little clip that you have to push down, tap to get it free, and then you just work it out. Like I said, the hardest part of this whole job was getting that back screw out. I did have to use that little bit driver. Took me about 20 minutes to get it out, 15, 20 minutes to get it out. And like I said, I'm not going to put it back in when I assemble everything. Now that I have that out, I just guide the old harness out, put the new one in. Don't mess with the ignition switch. Don't put the key in. Move it at all when you do this procedure. And at the beginning of the video, you saw what it does when the harness is actually going out. It just freaks out and sputters, and the dash lights sparkle and flick on and off and all kinds of funky stuff. So there you go, guys. Sorry it wasn't better camera angles, but this job wasn't very hard at all. All right, see you guys later.